All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Yo, what's good, man? It's CamJNetwork. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing Talk, man. Back with another banger, man. Y'all already know the vibes. Hey, before we get started, make sure y'all hit that like button as well. New feature on YouTube, the hype button as well. Make sure y'all hit the hype button as well. It helps us in the algorithm with the content. And it's 3 hypes a week. Make sure y'all use y'all 3 hypes on me for sure. You did. And as well, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, man. We definitely working. We got a lot of content dropping, trying to stay consistent all 2026, man. And a lot of content from different avenues. But we here talking boxing, man. Sorry, but not sorry. Boxing talk. And we here with it, man. So let's get to the topic at hand. The topic at hand, man. Keyshawn Davis, man. Of course, he has an upcoming fight with Jermaine Ortiz, January 31st, on the Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson card, and he's the co-main event for this card in particular. At first, Richardson Hitchens was supposed to fight Jermaine Ortiz, but that fight fell off, and now Keyshawn is up to plate with Jermaine Ortiz now. And recent time, man, he's been on a media run promoting, the fight and everything. And he was on Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr.'s podcast, Hall of Game. And I want to play this clip from there, man, and we're gonna react to it and cook from there.
That's awesome. So my first question was, do you feel like you outgrowed 135?
Yes, I feel like I outgrow 135, but if you want me to be like honest, like shoot, I feel like, I'm gonna be so honest. Like during that camp, I was like going through like a lot of mental struggles. And how I was getting through it was literally just drinking every single day. In camp, I was basically drinking every day, and I was just hurt, bro, from the previous camp and then the previous camp for that camp. And then things were just lingering on. And, I was beating up limos with a bad mental. I was knocked out Baranchik with a bad mental. So I was just like, man, I can fight. I can do this. Like, if I just get to the fight, that I'd be good. Like real talk, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like because I that was the only reason why I couldn't really lose those extra 3 pounds, because I was just I was just drinking, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, man. So there goes the clip right there. Keyshawn Davis speaking about himself drinking during camp, during the Edwin de los Santos camp, and said that he had mental issues in the previous 2 fights that he had with Baranchek and who was that? And Gustavo Limos as well. As far as just having mental issues and stuff, just getting to the fight and everything. And he said, obviously during Edward De Los Santos camp, he was drinking every day. And I found that very interesting. I'm like, Keyshawn has to understand that, his spot in the sport. He's a guy that's on the rise to become a star in the sport. Especially coming up. during the Edwin De Los Santos fight situation and everything. But he definitely took a downgrade with that situation for sure. Definitely was nasty work, and he got to rebuild his brand and build it back up. And of course, him starting off, him rebuilding his brand. He has a new team of trainers around him now. He's not with Bomac and Team Crawford anymore, as far as working with him in training camp and everything. And it's real interesting because people in his camp had some words about this situation. Um, Not in his camp particular, but my bad. And Team Bomac's camp had some words about this situation in particular. And the thing about Keyshawn, one thing I wanted to say before we play this clip is, you know, we want to see Keyshawn, be one of those guys within the sport. But you having the drinking excuse, it just shows that you was being so unprofessional, bro. Unprofessional about the situation. And you didn't care to fight Edwin De Los Santos for real, honestly. But let's get to this clip real quick.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't see no signs of that. I don't think none of us could have seen no signs of that in the preparing to the De Los Santos fight. I don't know that. Maybe in the fight before that, in the camp before that, the guys might have had to counsel him about some things which I wasn't privy to and didn't hear anything about. But I know for the De Los Santos fight, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary for that fight. And like I said, he said he was drinking so much that's why he couldn't make the weight. And I never even heard that he drunk. I didn't never seen him take a drink. I never heard that he drink or nothing. And to drink every day during a training camp the way we put him in is crazy. I don't know how he was able to sustain himself, for that time. And if I'm being honest, he wasn't 4 pounds overweight at first. He wasn't. So,
Well, that's news.
uh, you know, he decided that it wasn't a thing he wanted to. He decided he wasn't going to make the weight. So I don't know what that was a decision on him. Like I said, he basically said that. He couldn't make the weight. He said in other interviews, he said I couldn't make the weight. He said that even when he was after the De Los Santos fight. He said it. I just didn't want to do it. So it was basically on him. He didn't want to make the weight. So whether he blamed it on drinking, whether he blamed it on the mental aspect of things, he just didn't want to make the weight.
Now, that's a real interesting perspective right there from Bernie the Boxer right there in particular right there. He basically said that he didn't see any signs of Keyshawn Davis drinking during camp or hearing about it whatsoever. He said, especially with the camp that they put him through, how tough and rough it was, getting them ready for the Edward De Los Santos camp. He said, I don't see how he could even drink with all of that work he was getting put through in particular. And that poses the question, is Keyshawn lying or he's telling the truth about this shit? And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Bernie the Boxer sounded very serious. He didn't sound like he was playing around in anything. He sounded like he was telling the absolute truth. And for Keyshawn, if he's 100% lying of the fact that he was drinking during the Edward De Los Santos camp and using that as an excuse and using his mental issues as an excuse of not fighting and not making the weight for Edward De Los Santos, hey, you call it 100% duck. 100% duck. And you definitely, with doing shit like that, moving weird like that, that loses people, that lose fans, bro. That make people not believe in you 100% when they hear stories like this. And Keyshawn definitely is a person that a lot of people in the sport want to see him do well because they like, how charismatic he is, flamboyant, and like how he No, he presented himself in boxing as far as the sport with his talent and everything. But moves like this that you lying, trying to get sympathy on you not making a weight on the Edwin De Los Santos, saying you having mental issues and saying you drinking when you got Team Bo Mac, Bernie the boxer, basically saying that they didn't see you drinking or anything during camp. That's some real live nasty work, man. That's some real live nasty work for real. And Keyshawn has to understand that you in your position, you don't get this shit right with Jermaine Ortiz, you really gonna take a real downslide in your career. Jermaine Ortiz is not gonna lay down for you January 31st. No, he on his last stand as well in his career right now. No, this fight with Keyshawn Davis for Jermaine Ortiz, this is his chance to get back into championship contention, and this is his last chance possibly. Keyshawn, he beats Jermaine Ortiz, he moves on. He's still young in his career. He still has a lot, to work for in his career. But he has to understand at the same time, you have to present yourself as a professional, man. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn, you can't be calling yourself the businessman and you ain't handling business 100% the right way. That's just the facts of the matter. And you was on a real great trajectory coming up going into that Edwin De Los Santos fight. Just got the WBO title. You was fighting in your hometown. You got your hometown. You got Virginia. They supporting you. They look up to you, and you let them down that night. And you still making wild excuses about this situation instead of just keeping it real and saying that, yo, I didn't want to fight Edwin De Los Santos. I don't know what reason he didn't want to make the weight to fight Edwin De Los Santos. You done made 135 your whole career as a professional up until this fight. What made you not want to get through this fight in front of your hometown, and then you move up to 140? Yeah, we knew the weight was probably an issue with you. We know you a big guy for 135, but you chose as a professional to fight at 135. So this is on you, Keyshawn. You have to hold yourself accountable, and you're still not holding yourself accountable, but due to the fact that you're trying to tell us this situation, talking about that you was drinking during camp and everything, then you got other people saying they didn't see you doing that. So they saying you capping out here. And that's some real live nasty work. You trying to lie to get sympathy from the fans, bro. You ain't gonna get no sympathy by lying, bro. Real shit. That ain't gonna get you far in this sport when people catch you on 4K line. We done caught you lying about the whole tank shit in recent timing, which we just dropped that video earlier today. And now this in 4K right here. This is real live nasty work. This is pathetic. And I like Keyshawn. I'm a fan of Keyshawn Davis. I want to see him, definitely be one of these guys in the sport. But you ain't gonna be a guy in one of these sports. You ain't gonna be the guy in the sport moving like this, bro. Like this is sucker behavior right here. Gotta keep it 100. This is sucker behavior. And we gotta call it a spade, man. And I hope that this shit is not true, but if it is 100% true, nasty work on Keyshawn Davis' behalf. And one thing we do know that he never wanted to fight Edwin De Los Santos from the beginning. Shit, the man Bernie the boxer said he wasn't even at the 4 pounds. So shit, the nigga was more than that for real. He didn't have no intentions of making his weight and fighting Edwin De Los Santos. He knew that shit when he was talking shit to Abdullah Mason at the press conference. What you popping shit to Abdullah for? You ain't even in contention to fight him, bruh. So hope Keyshawn get it together, man. January 31st, he fighting at 140, and then you got Keyshawn talking about moving up to fight at 147 after this fight. Question is he gonna make 140 going into next week, January 31st, into the Jermaine Ortiz fight? I'm intrigued to see it. I believe he will, but it better not be no weight issues because we're gonna reside back to this video on the same shit we talking about. Nasty work, man. Nasty work. Hey, you already know what it is, man. It's CamJNetwork, man. Hey, like, hype, comment, subscribe to the channel. We working, we staying active. Consistency, that's what we about all 2026. And we'll be live Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, man. Sorry but not sorry, Boxing Talk Wednesday. It's gonna be a lituation, man. I'm setting up some shit, man, for this show. So definitely tune in for sure. And we out of here.